Here. Episode 39, couple week hiatus. I believe it was Thanksgiving, which I did not know you were in town until that Wednesday night. And then we met up and drank and played Golden Tea and
Yeah.
did all the merry things. And then last week we hung out because we went golfing on Wednesday.
Yep.
For
Birthday.
your birthday, a little birthday round.
Yep. That was a good time.
Yeah, I had a great one. And I'm not even going to lie. I was even thinking, I was like, oh man, do we record tonight? I was so high after that round of golf, like during and after, that I was like, I just want to get home and go to Melody's and pass out, eat first as much as I possibly can, and then pass out.
He was tired.
So yeah, hey, 18 holes, whether you're walking or riding, man, it'll do you in. And then I was smoking the za, hitting the pen and the J. It was hitting the pen in the parking lot with Spencer. That's what it put me over the top. the Benjamin did me in.
Yeah, but it's been a few weeks, so
it has, and I think
a lot has gone on.
yeah.
A lot.
Just today alone.
Yeah.
I mean, that news broke 4 hours ago with Sherrone Moore.
Just wild stuff.
And my God, that has just been an absolute avalanche snowball rolling down a hill, turning into a bigger snowball, and just being absolute fucking chaos from that story. Sherrone Moore getting fired from Michigan. And what kills me about that is that when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, man, they're maybe just looking for someone to unleash that offense a little bit more. Maybe that was just, they brought him on because Harbaugh gave him the vote of confidence. I don't blame him for looking for something different. And then the real reasoning came out as to why he got fired.
Yeah. And then him getting detained shortly after for, was it breaking into his assistant's house?
Yeah, the rumor mill has been swirling, and I don't know what to believe, but yeah, that sounds like true. That's what happened. And then he also started like showing suicidal tendencies or saying stuff, and the other rumor is that maybe he was threatening someone, like that they were going to kill them. And so now he's got arrested or detained, and he's either in jail or he's like in a hospital, like they're going to hang on to him.
And, people were doing deep dives on him too. Like they were like, oh, no wonder, look who this guy follows. Did you see, like, he like follows a bunch of like OnlyFans models and like different chicks on the side. It's like just ridiculous. He doesn't realize that it's public. Everyone can look at like who he's following. So yeah, I don't know if that guy's marriage was going good from the start, but
well, I just pulled the classic, when you ruin your life and you are screwed, and your wife finds out that you're cheating on her, and
with his 3 kids. He has 3 kids with her.
Yeah, and then you also lose your job because of it. You go to the old ace in the hole. The I'm gonna kill myself.
Yep.
And automatically get the sympathy and get the emotional blackmail. So everybody is all like, "Oh my God, that poor guy.
He must be going through a lot."
How about don't stick your ween in places that it shouldn't be?
Yeah.
And then I think you'll be good.
Yeah, hold it together, be professional, you mean? You're getting paid millions of dollars to be a head coach, yeah.
He's a Michigan man, though. They have integrity
through and through.
Man of God.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. Honestly, like I just I'm speechless. Like I really am. Like, and it looks like there's multiple people that knew this was going to happen within like the last week or something like that?
Like 2 weeks, people have heard stuff, but they weren't like sure what to believe, if it was actually going to come out, like if it was all made
So
up or what. So
I saw this tweet while going through Twitter and everything like that. And it was some dude who responded to a post from Outkick. I don't follow Outkick. In fact, I have them blocked actually. But his tweet popped up, and it's some dude named Robert Carrion, whose Twitter bio is simply American farmer, go blue.
oh, classic.
And yeah, and he responded to whatever this tweet was about Michigan, and this was a week ago, and he tweeted out, Sherrone Moore is cheating on his wife with a football department employee. Fire Moore and clueless liar DEI award. The AD who's working overtime to cover this up. Here she is. And it's a picture of the assistant to the head coach, the chick in question.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a picture of her. And everybody's like, how the fuck did you know this? And he says, I'm an ex-scholarship quarterback and still have sources in Ann Arbor. So we had a Robert Carrion bomb before anything.
Yeah.
And then apparently like Josh Pate was like putting it out there last week, like that there's going to be another another job opening. He just, couldn't allude to it. And then, there's a couple other tweets that have been coming out from like last week that are like, oh yeah, he's fucking around with an assistant on the side. So it was like, there was people that knew that this was going on behind the scenes, and I don't know, maybe the wifey ended up calling him out today, and yeah. And then it all just snowballed downhill, and here we are, Sherrone Moore fired at Michigan. What I thought was for strategic football reasons.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way. You got to give him. I was hoping they were going to give him a whole another year. Like, I wanted another year because I was under the impression that Sherrone Moore just wasn't a good coach. Like,
I thought it was more so like a homie hookup, like Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Gave him the love, gave him the endorsement, and it was like, hey man, you coached the team during those few games that he was suspended. We won them all. You were part of this national. All right, we'll keep you on. We'll give you the head coach and gig. And then after this year, again, I thought it was like, all right, we got this freshman quarterback who didn't have an amazing year, but clearly has ability and has a fucking cannon. And our offense sucked, and we need to unleash this after having a terrible offense the last couple of years. Clean slate. Let's start somewhere else. Find an offensive-minded head coach. No, let's find a head coach that's just not going to put his wiener in places that it shouldn't go.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, but I mean, just another high-profile job opening up now. Just like, along with everything else that's happened in the last few weeks, just more coaching search, and that's probably going to end up opening another big job. Like, a lot of people are saying Kalen DeBoer. They're really going to go after him. That'd be another Bama job opening right when the college football playoffs is supposed to start. So, like, who knows what's going to happen with that? It's just domino effect. But there's been a lot of big time hires since we last chatted. So
yeah, here was a tweet I saw today too. It was like, someone hands you this list before the season and tells you these jobs will be open this cycle: Florida, LSU, Auburn, Penn State, Michigan, Virginia Tech, Stanford, Ole Miss, Arkansas, K-State, Cal, UCLA, Iowa State, Kentucky, Michigan State.
Yeah.
They didn't include it, but Oregon State also. But,
yeah, it's just a huge coaching cycle.
It's wild. This has got to be one of the most wild coaching cycle job opening. And like, again, just that list alone is just like, obviously some of those aren't like crazy desirable jobs, but that's a lot of fucking Power 4 schools.
Yeah. Well, it just is like, the standard is so high for even just like not like the biggest schools, everyone expects to make the playoff now. If you're not making the playoff,
I blame
then,
your boy. I blame your boy Signetti. Okay.
yeah.
Everybody thinks now they're a Signetti away from being number one in the country.
I'm just saying, like, not everyone is that good of a coach, you know? So, like, you should be happy to go what you've been going, like making a bowl game each year or whatever it is. Like, not everyone is going to be able to compete at that kind of level. So, I think expectations have been blown out of proportion, and that's what you get. You know, big boosters paying big money, so they expect results. So, we'll see how this next wave goes. But I mean, LSU hiring Lane Kiffin, that is big expectations there now. If there was already big expectations with Brian Kelly, now they've just even ramped up. You know, so I mean, Ole Miss made it to the college football playoff this year, so that is, I guess, Lane Kiffin's shown that he can do it. But last year he didn't, you know. So we'll see with that.
Yeah, it's wild times we're living. I'm wondering, like, we obviously with the landscape of college football, we're moving more and more to a pro-like model, but this is just another indication that in the coaching ranks, we're moving. I mean, there ain't a lot of patience in NFL. You know,
No.
some dudes get a year. You know, if you're lucky and middling, mediocre, underperform, you'll get 2 or 3 years and then get the hook.
Yeah.
And now it's like in college, that's how it comes across nowadays. Now, granted, some of these coaches that got fired this year, they had been at the program for a while, or guys that left had been there for a while. But yeah, I think that with where college football is at right now, and I'm not even kidding, I think that what Signetti did, and people are going to use that as an example. It's like, well, if Indiana can do it, why can't we?
I know, it's just such a bad like comparison because Signetti had success everywhere he's been. Like, literally, he says, "Google me," and you can Google him, and he wins everywhere he's at. Not all these people are doing that, and doesn't mean that it's going to translate all the time. So, I think, I mean, I see what you're saying, but it's like it's just not realistic.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, it's wild. I mean, just back to the Sherrone Moore stuff, though. It's just
you are just stuck, aren't you?
Well, it just, again, like the story just it came out of nowhere, the firing, and then just everything from the story itself. It, and granted, we're not immune to this in this region. I mean, we went through the Gary Anderson era at
Yeah.
Oregon State where he was literally like, you know what, keep the buyout money. let's not raise any attention to this matter over here
Yeah,
at Oregon State.
right.
The same thing. He couldn't keep his ween in his pants. And so when this started to come out, I'm like, listen, I shouldn't be surprised about anything when it comes to this sport. But this story, it's within 4 or 5 hours, all this crazy shit coming out. I mean, it's one of those where were you moments. Where were you when Sherrone Moore
got the boot,
got caught cheating, got fired, threatened to kill himself, got arrested. Yeah, it's fucking wild. This is a crazy story. Well, and what would be crazier to add on to this is if, a Kalen DeBoer jumped ship at Bama. Like, he's one of the Vegas sportsbook favorites right now, which, again, this one I shouldn't be shocked about anything, but that would be fucking shocking too. After 2 years at Bama, he's just like, peace. You don't like me. I don't like you. I'm out of here.
Keep his ass in the SEC. I don't want to see him in the Big Ten. Yeah. I do not want to see it.
It's wild. And hey, he's got playoff games to coach, or playoff game, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, and we just had Matt Campbell get hired at Penn State finally after all that leaking of Pat Kraft's bullshit that he spewed.
Man, he
really hating the Ducks.
Not too happy. he hates Oregon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's jealousy or what it is, but something seriously wrong with that guy, and he tried to cover it up. I don't know if you saw his press conference introducing Matt Campbell, but he tried to apologize for everything. Not necessarily his comments on Oregon, but on that whole getting leaked and being embarrassed by that, which is hilarious because he really would not be sorry about that if it didn't get caught, but it's just one of those things. You really don't realize how much people hate Oregon until you hear people talk about them under their breath,
Yeah. I mean, that was like, he was clearly pissed and like wanted, and like, we need to do this, we need to do that for Penn State. This is what's happening with other programs. But anytime he like mentioned Oregon, it was just like living rent free in his head. It's like, Jesus Christ, guy, we haven't even won a national championship, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
like,
just because
and you hate us.
We entered the league, won it the first year, and then just went to his place and beat him. Like,
God damn.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. But
and bold take from him to talk shit about Eugene and Oregon when they're in state college.
Dude, I went there. I just went there. There's fucking nothing. It's cow pastures. Like I can't believe he has room to talk.
Cow pastures and a lot of
there's nothing else to do there. Yeah. It's 2 hours away from anything.
Well, and again, like, for him to say like, oh, there's nothing to do in Oregon, it's like,
there's quite a bit to do in Eugene if you just go around, bud.
Literally, you could drive an hour and a half to 2 hours left or right and be in some of the most gorgeous places in the United States of America.
So, I mean, he clearly didn't know what he was talking about, but
yeah, well, yeah, I mean, he's got a reason to be upset again. Big dub for Oregon and Happy Valley. They're in the playoffs for the second straight year. He's not. You see in Indiana going to the playoffs again. He's not. Ohio State going to the playoffs again. He's not.
Yeah, I mean, he got probably his third or fourth hire too that he actually wanted to get. He fired James Franklin so he could get Matt Campbell. Congratulations.
Well, isn't Matt Campbell from the area? And didn't like, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's like, all right, they missed out on some guys. But
and then he just hired another guy who doesn't win against top 25 opponents. Like, I'm pretty sure him and James Franklin have a comparable record. I think maybe James Franklin has one more win against top 20, top 25 opponents. Like, it's not like they went and just slam dunk higher, Like, this guy has been good against all other competition other than the major competition. Same thing James Franklin was doing.
You're right. Franklin, 15-28 against top 25. Matt Campbell, 16-27. Hey, that's one game better.
Okay. Yeah, I know. That's what everyone's saying. It's like, dude, you hired the same exact guy, basically, except for a way less. James Franklin's a way better recruiter. Like, he was at least be able to bring in, like, top 15 classes.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how this plays out, though, for Penn State. I mean, I'm not going to root for him or root for Matt Campbell by any means. I hope it doesn't work out, but I am intrigued to see how it works out. Because in fairness, he did do pretty good at Iowa State, which,
yes,
like, if you want to look at Iowa State as far as their football history goes and, year by year, like, they were fucking nothing. They were nothing until he came around.
He also had some really bad years at Iowa State. So
he had his worst year. They went 4-8 and 22. There's a couple 7-6, 7-6 seasons. Okay. His first couple of years, they were 3-9.
They're bad.
His first year, they went 3-9, which whatever. First year, I'm not going to hold that against him. But they were middle of the road. They were middle of the road program. His best year was last year, went 11-3, won the Pop-Tart Bowl, which, I mean, that's a career highlight in itself when you're able to sacrifice a human-sized Pop-Tart.
And James Franklin made it to the college football semifinals. Like,
I mean, let's be real. I think we're all in agreement that they should have never fired James Franklin.
Yeah, I just think that it's like Pat Kraft is a interesting guy for going
Emotional, maybe.
Yeah, for going. Oh, let's just fire our coach after going to the semifinals, and then we're going to lose to Oregon. So that really is going to set it off. And then let's go hire Matt Campbell, who's won the Pop-Tart Bowl. That was a big one.
Yeah,
it's just like I don't understand.
Yeah, well, sucks to suck, I guess.
Yeah.
On the college football note, just because it's been a couple. I mean, hell, it's been. We haven't even talked about the Washington
USC.
game?
We didn't talk about USC.
I thought we talked about USC.
I don't think we did. Well, we beat USC, and then we.
You're right, and then it was Thanksgiving, which we did not do a show that week, and then it was Washington.
Yeah.
And then it was conference championships, and then it was now we got a playoff.
And in that time, we lost our OC and our DC.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Tosh goes to Cal.
Fine, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll bring out my green spiral notebook, like Mr. Coach Clan. I'll drop some plays. Yeah, I mean, hell, man, that USC game went about as I expected.
I was pretty close to my score prediction on that one, which I was happy about.
Oh yeah. The Washington game. How do I say this? It was like this catch-22 of like it felt closer than it was, but also clear Oregon was the way better team. Like it's kind of this like weird, like they're two of their touchdowns, fourth down plays. Like those are like 50-50, like flip a coin. Like it was 4th and 1 at the goal line or whatever, and they run that little quick slant, rub route to get him open, Boston. And then that long touchdown at the end to bring him within 5 points. It was 17-12, whatever the hell it was. That was on 4th and 8 from their 25 or whatever the hell it was. So there was part of me where I'm like, okay, I mean, you made the plays, you made it happen. You were able to bring it within one possession. Then immediately Gary Bryant scores the touchdown or Malik Benson scores a touchdown.
Yep.
And then the game's essentially over at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I was never really worried at all during that game about winning. It wasn't as decisive as I would have liked, but
yeah, and that's the thing is like it wasn't as decisive. And when they scored that second touchdown to make it 17-12, 17-13, whatever the fuck the score was, it did have the heart rate going a little bit. I was like, I swear to God, if we don't pull this out, like the slight thought came in, and then what was it? 3 plays into their next drive is when the Malik Benson touchdown happened. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine now. I can breathe. We're good.
And we're all doing this still hurt, still banged up these last few weeks. Hopefully getting healthy now. But I mean, I was pretty happy how we finished down the stretch. You just got to win those games and get to where we're at now. And that's exactly what we did and gave ourselves a shot to host a playoff game.
Yeah.
Which in itself is awesome.
Well, I will say again with that Washington game, it was like I had the Ducks covering the spread because like when it opened at like 7.5, 6.5, and I was like, what? Like what are we talking about? So I just felt extremely confident that defense was going to be able to shut down the Washington offense, which it did. I mean, was it Adam Muhammad came out of nowhere and had himself a decent game, but that was DeMond Williams' worst game of the year, least amount of passing yards, shut him down to like 50% completion when he was throwing for 70% all season. And so that matchup was where I felt extremely confident. Credit to Washington's defense. They basically were like, you're not going to run the ball on us, and you're not going to let Kenyon Sadiq beat us. Like, we're going to check those two things off the box. But with that, if you're going to double team, if you're going to bracket one guy, all right, well, it's 11 on 10 now. So we'll take advantage of that.
Yeah, Malik Benson really showed his speed in that game. Like you
Boy,
knew he
did
had speed, especially with when that punt return he had against USC, but he turned it on again, and you're like, all right, well, we have a serious deep threat or some guy who can take a normal slant and take it for 6 anytime, which is someone who was supposed to be essentially like our third or fourth wide receiver on the depth chart and has had to step up and be essentially our number one at the moment. So it's good to know we have that kind of depth at this time in the year. And it was just impressive to see. So all good stuff from him, and hopefully we can keep adding to our guys and getting more healthy.
Yep. And nice little playoff break. That certainly helps things before mighty James Madison rolls into town.
Oh God, yeah.
We gonna. Hey man, if I'm Dan, I was like, what's Lanning's approach? What's the theme? What does he show in the film room to get the guys hyped up? And I was like, you know what I would do? And I know it's a completely different sport. Is I'm putting a compilation together of 12 versus 5 upsets in March Madness, and I'm showing them over and over again all the different 12 versus 5 upsets in March Madness, and being like, you don't want to be the first one of these in the college football playoff to ever happen.
Yeah.
You don't
want to. Yeah, you don't want to be that Boise
make
State,
history in the wrong
Oklahoma.
way.
Yeah.
No.
That Boise State, Oklahoma.
Take
you don't
care
want to
of
be
business.
one of those ones.
You're a 22, 21 and a half point favorite, whatever it is. I don't know if it's got bet up or down at this point, but for the love of God, guys,
21 and a half.
Take care of business. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your tickets?
Yep. Got my tickets.
Yeah.
I bought the 2 tickets right in front of me. Got one for Smitty. And then I am waiting to see if Josh wants to grab that other one from me. Otherwise I'll have one left over. I'll be trying to see if anyone wants to get, but I figured someone would want to go, and I was going to put them right next to me, so I was able to get the 2 right in front of me, so I grabbed those. Pretty pumped on it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that'll be especially. And I will say that, when the first couple playoff rankings and brackets were coming out, there was the, possibility of a Bama, a Notre Dame, a Miami, something like that. And while it sucks that we're going to get James Madison, when the Ducks are beating the absolute shit out of someone in Autzen Stadium, boy, is that a fun environment to be in.
Yeah.
I love Autzen in all environments, but when they are just putting absolute belt to ass, that is a fun place to be.
And just the fact that we're playing football in Autzen December 20th, that late in the season, in the first ever playoff game at home, there's just no way that I was going to, miss that game. Yeah. Even if I did fucking just have surgery. So.
Oh yeah. How's the boil on your ass? They sewed that up pretty well, or
all healed, baby. Get it.
That's good. They were able to extract all those herpes sores as well.
Oh, everything cleaned up.
Cut
perfect.
Those babies out.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we're really moving.
I will say about the playoff and the committee, if you will, like goodwill they got from me back, and also how much they fucked up in giving up in the final playoff rankings. So I will give them credit, even though it doesn't make a ton of sense that they put in Miami over Notre Dame. I will give them credit on that. The fact that it took.
Well, you take the head-to-head. Finally,
like, they were right. They were ranked right next to each other, and when they're one spot removed, what do we have to look at? Well, they played each other, and Miami won, so give it to Miami. It's like, okay, common sense prevailed there. The one thing that pissed me off, and pissed a lot of people off is that they did not punish Alabama at all for losing the SEC championship game, not just losing the game, but in the way that they lost that game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were never going to let an ESPN SEC team out. They weren't going to leave them out, and they weren't going to set the precedent of, hey, if you're playing in the conference championship game, that's not going to ding you as much as a regular season would.
Well, maybe it's just my naive little mind that, thought that the football gods were going to intervene and be like, no, we're going to put in Notre Dame over Alabama. We think it's a better resume. And, Alabama hasn't been playing good football lately. And did they look bad against Georgia? But they didn't move. They didn't move them down one spot even for that. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I agree. It's just they were never going to punish Alabama. You knew it. And I was happy that they rewarded the head-to-head. I think both Miami and Notre Dame's resumes weren't great anyway. Like, Notre Dame beat USC, and then who else did they beat? They lost. They lost every tough team they played that is in the playoff. So that's on them. And then Miami has a loss to SMU and Louisville.
Oh, I
it's like I don't think either of them really had that great of resumes. All they had to do was beat up their shitty ass ACC teams, and Miami couldn't even do that. So at least they did the head-to-head against Notre Dame, because that ended up being their best win.
Yeah, I mean, looking at their schedule, they beat the shit out of South Florida. Cool. They beat Florida State, but only by 6. Cool.
Florida was bad. Florida State and Florida were bad.
Yeah. And Florida 26-7. Cool. I mean, I guess it was just these last 4 weeks after losing to SMU is that they crushed every team that they played in Syracuse, NC State, who, that might be their second best win is against 41-7 against NC State.
Yeah. Not a great win.
Yeah. I mean, beating Pittsburgh like they did.
Yeah, I guess that's their second. I think that's probably their second best win. Honestly,
that was a ranked win technically at the time. So.
I know they were having to rank Pitt at that point to try to give the ACC something there at the end, because they were getting no good wins. And then SMU goes and loses to Cal late. Then that looks even worse.
I couldn't believe
that Miami lost to that SMU team. So it's like ACC was doing typical ACC things, beating on each other at the end, and them all being not that great in my eyes. But
yeah,
who knows?
Well, it's funny. Some of these playoff teams, man, not just Miami, Texas A&M's resume, outside of obviously beating Notre Dame, that they're kind of in the same spot where it's like, okay, you beat Notre Dame. What else did you do?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is I haven't filled out a playoff bracket yet or anything, but would you pick Miami or Texas A&M? I actually kind of like that matchup. So
I do too, because it's it's a game of all right, who's for real? There's part of me that leans. God, that is a tough one to pick. I don't even know. I'm gonna get what's the spread on that. I want to try and guess the spread. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say Miami's favored by 2.5.
You think Miami's favored at Kyle Field?
Oh, that's right. I forget about that. Yeah, it's at Kyle Field. Well,
you got to give we got to give.
All right, flip that. Texas A&M 2.5.
I mean, that's probably a little closer, I'd say.
Do you know it off the top of your head?
I should know it off the top of my head.
I know. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? You're my guy. You should know. You should know every single line of every single college football game every single week. I'm this.
I've been a little bit busy lately, so
Excuses is what it sounds like.
yeah.
They are Texas A&M 3.5.
Okay.
Texas A&M 3.5, Oregon 21.5, Bama 1.5, and Mississippi, Ole Miss over Tulane. It's weird calling them Mississippi. Yeah, they are 17.5.
It's also a little weird. Bama's favored by 1.5 when they also lost to Oklahoma earlier this year.
Yeah, and quite frankly, I hope Oklahoma beats the absolute shit out of Alabama.
I don't know if you heard the rumblings of Ty Simpson actually having a back injury.
Oh,
in that he hurt it in the
LSU game.
No, the Auburn game.
Oh, okay. Well, he's been playing like shit the last month now, so I figured it might have happened earlier this year.
It might be a disc thing.
A disc, huh?
Yeah.
Slipped a D.
Yeah, it seems like that could be a possibility. Which is obviously pretty bad if that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope Oklahoma just absolutely mollywops them, please.
Yeah, I don't think that there's anyone who's going to beat Indiana, though, that next round of the Rose Bowl.
Oh, no.
I don't see it.
Well, hey, Indiana's got an injury problem as well. That dude who is...
That Daly, that D lineman?
Yeah, who fucked his leg up by high-fiving fans. That's why you don't want to play the conference championship week, okay?
That guy had to be hurt already or at some point, because that didn't look that bad, but all of a sudden he was limping.
Yeah.
Like he was not getting around at all. And if that's actually how he hurt himself, that's so sad.
Yeah, that's like slipping in the shower kind of injury there.
Yeah, the Joe Brisbilla.
Yeah. Here, give me 2 seconds here because I realized as I was trying to be a good boyfriend, set out a towel for my girlfriend so she can take a shower. I just want to double check that I don't have my front door locked because she doesn't have a key. So,
okay.
Nor do I have one of the ring locks,
Yeah.
So give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, what a good guy. Just class. Just absolute class. The fact that I even questioned how classy of a guy I am, that I would leave the door.
It's open?
Oh, yeah, she's ready to go. I will say porch light was not on, so it was a little dark out there. Don't want her tripping and falling or anything. But again, just pure class on my part. Of course, I left the door unlocked. Of course, I'm cooking salmon, zucchini, yellow squash, with possibly rice and or potatoes tonight.
At least it's not fucking soup. We'll say that.
No, but she threw out the idea of soup on Friday night, though, and I did not. I definitely did not rebuttal that at all. She did throw out the idea. She's like, "What about beef stew?" And I was like, I'm not. I like beef stew, but I feel like it's a little overrated.
That's what I call farts, right there. Beef stew.
Just farts in a bowl.
Yeah, farts. Well, back to our little
let's keep the soup combo going.
No, I'm done with the soup. Over
soup season.
Over the soup.
Soup season is still alive, my man.
No, it's concluded.
It's definitely going at least until February.
What have you heard some people saying that Ole Miss is about to make a little run?
Well, they're getting a lot of their coordinators to stay put.
Yeah, them hiring Pete Golding, head coach.
Yeah, but that's Lane Kiffin.
It's pretty clutch for him.
Lane Kiffin being gracious enough to letting Charlie Weiss Jr. Stay as OC, which when I first saw that, I didn't realize the junior part. And I'm like, wait, is Charlie Weiss still alive? And why is he was like, is that a good thing? They're letting Charlie Weiss, and had no idea that Junior was the OC. And so I was like, oh, okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
And then Charlie Weiss Jr. is also going to be the OC at USF for Brian Hartline once it's over.
Yeah, Hartline, he got the job down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he'll bail after a couple of years, I'm sure.
We'll see. I mean, depending on how he does, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that dude, he'll be gone the first sniff of success down at USF.
He's just gone. Michigan wants him already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who knows? He might be like, I think I'm, you know what?
He wouldn't do that as a Ohio State guy.
Yeah. But what were you saying about college football? I was sorry, Soups got all distracted me.
No, I mean, we were talking about Indiana. I think Indiana beats Oklahoma or Alabama. Look ahead line for that is already that Indiana is basically a touchdown favorite against whoever they play.
I think I texted this to you after they won the Big Ten championship. I'm over it.
Oh, you're over the Signetti.
I'm over Indiana and Signetti. It's been fun. It's been cute. All right. You got your Big Ten championship. You're number one in the country. We're good.
I mean,
your season can be over.
I'd like to say it is, but when you have that good of a coaching staff, it's just, I think Bryant Haynes should win the Broyles Award for best coordinator. That defense is nasty. They're doing it with less talent, and they confuse the hell out of you constantly. You look at the quarterbacks. Julian Sand was in a blender for a few of those. Couldn't figure out what kind of defense they were in. They're disguising. They're bringing in blitzes. They play hard as hell. It's fun to watch when you're not going against them. And it's one of those teams I will root for unless the Ducks are playing them. Unfortunately, they are on the side of the bracket. So by the semis, it's pretty much me going to be rooting against them. But if the Ducks do win, take care of business on December 20th, they have to play the Orange Bowl in Florida at 9 a.m. on New Year's Day. We get fucked on that, by the way.
They might as well, if they beat James Madison,
they should go to Florida.
They should, look into just staying on the East Coast for a while just in case. Because if they were to make a championship game run, they would have to go to Florida
and
Georgia, and then right
Florida
back to Miami
again.
and Florida again. Yeah, exactly. So they might as well just look into, a few Airbnbs to a whole city block of Airbnbs for the team to just stay down there for a couple weeks.
I was at least happy to see if Georgia made it to the semifinals. They would have to go west of Texas for once. That fucking team does not travel anywhere.
Them or Texas A&M.
Yeah. But
Texas
mainly
A&M.
Georgia. Georgia every year gets so lucky they don't have to travel anywhere close to the West Coast. They always get teams to travel to them.
It's true. Yep.
It's bullshit.
Not gonna lie, I'm hoping that we get a semifinal of Oregon versus Oklahoma.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would love that, but I see it either Texas Tech beats us. A lot of people think Texas Tech are going to beat us in that second round, which I kind of like.
That defense is great, man.
But I mean, who's the best team they played all year? BYU?
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm in the camp where I think BYU's okay. I don't think they're even close to as talented as Texas Tech or Oregon, and they have a freshman quarterback and Bear Bachmeier who plays on that team. I really don't think that Texas Tech has played a team. They lost to Arizona State, who not even close to comparable
Yeah,
talent that
but
Oregon has, and I just really haven't. I mean, Texas Tech's nasty, but would they be saying about Oregon if they were in the Big 12? Like, oh, watch out, that D line's nasty. If we were spending just as much money, like
I agree with you. And to their defense, they did not have Morton during that Arizona State game.
Yeah, but also their backup was pretty damn good too. A lot of people were calling for him to start over Morton.
You can maybe make the case that their win against Utah is a little bit better than BYU, but I mean, Utah, that game was they blew that out in the fourth quarter. It was like 10-7 or something like that, and then before you knew it, Texas Tech is up 24 points.
I'll give it to you. I think Utah's a good team.
They can't stop the run for whatever reason, but they gave up like almost like 800 yards in their last 2 games of the season on the ground.
I just think the Texas Tech love has kind of like got a little bit out of hand, but I understand why people do like Texas Tech, and I do think Texas Tech's a good team. Like, I'm not taking that away from them at all. I just think it's been a little blown out of proportion, and I personally love that as a team that maybe gets a chance to play them.
Jesus Christ. I said 800 yards rushing in their last 2 games against Utah, like jokingly. I knew it was a lot, but it was 760 yards, 762 rushing yards in Utah's last 2 games.
Damn. That's
fucking wild.
Yeah.
I hear everything you're saying, and you are making great points and points I can't really refute. You know, I can play devil's advocate with the Arizona State loss, which also, like, quite frankly, they shouldn't have lost that game the way that game ended with Arizona State's. Like, they had a crazy long fourth down play at the end of the game. So, I mean, they should have won that game, quite frankly. And yeah, I mean, their schedule's nothing to be, too intimidated about, but all the good teams that they did play in Utah, BYU, Houston, they won by double digits. They're throwing out that stat right now with them that they had however many games that they won by 20 points or more, which, like, 2018 Bama and one other team are like the only 3 teams ever to do that. So it's like they do win games, but they win them pretty convincingly.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess I might be in the minority of people to think that a lot of those Big 12 teams aren't that great. But I mean,
that's think what bowl season's for, is to prove it, baby.
Exactly. I think a lot of the good Big 10 teams or even SEC teams, if they would have been in that schedule that Texas Tech had, they would have probably done the same thing. So that's why we play the games, and that's why I do think it will. By no means do I think that Oregon would whoop Texas Tech. I think it would be a really, really close game, but I just think that the little Texas Tech, I've seen multiple people fill out their brackets with a Texas Tech championship, and I think that's a little bit overblown with the weapons that I think Texas Tech has. That defense is nice, but I don't know.
Well, I will say that if I were to do 2 brackets, the what I want bracket versus the what I think bracket, the what I want bracket, give me Oregon, Miami. Granted, the game's in Miami, so I don't know if I'd exactly want that, but give me an Oregon, Miami national championship.
I don't want Mario to have anything else to recruit for, because
that's true.
If he gets to a championship somehow, he will not live that down on the recruiting trail, and it's going to be fucking annoying.
Check that. Oregon, Ole Miss. Give me that as a national championship game.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
What I think's going to happen, though, I mean, I would say gut instinct, Indiana, Georgia.
Yeah.
I really want to say Indiana and or Oregon. I mean, Oregon can beat Indiana. It was tied late. I think Oregon has gotten better since that Indiana game, and they learned what they did wrong in that game. But man, that's yeah, I would say if what I think would be Indiana, Georgia.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely see that. I definitely think it's going to be Ohio State, Georgia in the semifinals. Is
Yeah.
just what I see it being, and then I want it to be Oregon, Indiana. Well, I mean, I guess I want it to be Oregon, Oklahoma, but Oregon, Indiana is what I think it's going to be because I really do think it's Oregon, Indiana, Ohio State, and Georgia that are the best teams in the country.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think on a revenge, how sweet would it be a revenge game to beat Indiana? And then I always thought it would be just fitting to play Kirby Smart and the Bulldogs again, and Dan finally get a win against Kirby in the national championship.
That would be a pretty sweet
the way
bracket.
he started his career
losing
as a head
to
coach.
Georgia as bad as they did, and then to redeem himself by beating Georgia in the national. That would be pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, it was like one of those things that I was like, I had been thinking about. I was like, how cool would that be to be able to do that kind of a run? But I honestly don't know if that's the team Oregon is. That's how crazy it is. That's how crazy. I don't know if that is what Oregon is. Somehow I'm still trying to figure out if Oregon is that elite of a team, you know? So
yeah. Again, man, I think that defense is elite. It's just whether their offense is going to get stifled by, I mean, if you look at that side of the bracket, Indiana and Oklahoma's defense are both very good.
yes.
And so facing either of those defenses, it's like, I have faith in the Oregon defense at this point that they can stop anybody in the country.
I'm a little scared on our pass defense with our young DBs. We get called for a lot of pass interference calls.
Yeah, the shine on Finney has come off just a little bit over the last couple of weeks.
Iffy. They target a lot who's been getting multiple PI calls. It's just a few things here and there. I do think our D line's pretty good. I do think we're comparable with a lot of those teams up front in the country. I just want to see our team finally fully get healthy to maybe show our full offensive ability. Because I think we really had some pieces come on late in the season. Jamari Johnson, if that shoulder's okay, he got hurt in the Washington game. And then Poncho completely healthy. Our tackle's healthy. And then DeCorian Moore. Is Evan Stewart even a possibility for this late run? It won't affect any kind of red shirt for medical red shirt. So this is like, can we possibly get a little healthy? Sadiq gets healthy fully and put together our best offense of the season right now, because we have pieces that people are going to have a hard time matching up with. It's just, can we put it all together, and will Dante be able to make that next step here? So
yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
But I really do want to see, like I said, what I want to see Oklahoma beat Alabama, whoop their ass like handily. And somehow
Kalen DeBoer leave to Michigan.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be like, oh well, they lost because he already had one foot out the door.
Yeah. And then see them beat Indiana. I want to see Ole Miss upset Georgia, and then whoever wins that Miami Texas A&M game beat Ohio. Even though I laugh when I say that because that's not going to happen.
I mean,
who knows? Maybe Miami shows up that day. And
To be fair, you said, "Oh, there's no way that Indiana beats Ohio State in that Big Ten championship too," and look what that happened. You know?
I don't remember. I mean, that was so long ago that I
Oh
might have said
yeah,
that. I mean,
I remember you. I remember you telling me that, and I was like, "I'm taking the 4."
I don't recall. It's memory's a little fuzzy from last weekend.
Yeah,
Last week.
remember that they still have a freshman quarterback too, so
Yeah.
it's they got a really good defense, but they still got a freshman quarterback, and I mean, I guess a run game that's somewhat questionable sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's really that's I think one of the years of where it's like really up in the air of what can happen.
Yeah.
There's so many different outcomes.
Do we want to pivot? Do we
Yeah,
want to
we should.
jump over to some niffle?
Yeah, we missed a lot in the NFL.
Yeah, but I mean, the lead story in the NFL right now is your boy. Your boy
Jay
is
Herbo.
making a come. No. Your boy before your boy,
Oh, Philip.
Philip.
I really thought it was a joke when I saw the story at first.
I think everybody thought it was a joke. Everybody was thought they were getting butt cracked, ball sacked, whatever you want to call it.
Dude stays ready, you know.
Well, the report comes out, and then it's like, oh yeah, apparently Shane, he's been running the same offense as the Colts over there at the high school, and him and Steichen have weekly,
Of course he is.
have weekly conversations.
It's so crazy to me. It is like this. He's just coming off the couch right now.
There was part
they
of
asked him about his weight, and he was like, "Yeah, we're not going to talk about that."
He's like, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's like they didn't do a physical on you at all.
There was part of me today where I was like, all right, what's my take? And I'm like, this is going to end terribly. I was like, why? If we think that anything good is going to come of this. And then there was part of me that I'm like, well, hold on. I was like, quite frankly, he's probably 44-year-old Philip Rivers is probably a better option than a lot of backup quarterbacks out there in the NFL right now.
He's just got to manage the game. I mean, we see what Joe Flacco's doing, you know, just do something similar to him, I guess.
Dude, how great would it be if he comes in and he is able to keep the Chiefs out of the playoffs? Even though the Chiefs have the head-to-head against them in the tiebreaker. So, but he is able to keep the Colts afloat to where they finish one game better than the Chiefs, and it doesn't come down to the head-to-head.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Well, right now they're on the outside looking in of the playoffs completely. They're the Colts are the 8th seed because the Texans have the head-to-head tiebreaker over them.
I can't believe Jacksonville is the 3rd seed right now.
I mean, can you believe that the top 3 seeds in the AFC are the Broncos, Patriots, Jags? I mean, the Broncos have won like 10 games in a row, and I still can't believe that they're the ones. Again, the Broncos, Patriots, Jags.
Yeah. It's so crazy.
I'm sorry. Is Manning, Brady, and Bortles starting for these teams right now?
Yeah. What year are we in?
It's fucking wild.
It's crazy to me.
Well, and even if you look at, like, again, 4-seed Steelers, 5-seed Chargers, I'm sorry, are Roethlisberger and is Philip Rivers starting for these teams? Like, yeah, what year is it? Is it 2016 or is it 2025?
Yeah, it's crazy, and I can't believe how much the Houston Texans have changed their season from being really, really bad to just all of a sudden this defense waking up and being an absolute nightmare to play against.
Yeah, number 1 defense in the league.
Yeah.
And my God, I mean, like, just because it's recency on my head here, that game the other night, Sunday night against the Texans and Chiefs, what the fuck was Andy Reid thinking going for it on 4th down from their own like 37-yard line or whatever the hell it was?
I don't know. I think he's just thinking that these old school Chiefs, the same old Chiefs that
We'll get it.
go for it and get that. Yeah.
I'm like, they're gonna lose this. Like after that ball was hiked, I'm just like, they're gonna lose this fucking game. Like it's they can't do anything offensively. Everybody's dropping a ball. They can hardly block and keep Mahomes safe. And you literally just gave them the ball within field goal territory already.
Yeah.
I was absolutely shocked. I was like, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs if you're making fucking decisions like that.
I'm so here for that, though. I'm so here for the Chiefs just sucking dick.
Oh, I know you are.
In missing playoffs,
everybody
finally.
Is.
Just,
I just find it funny that them and the Dolphins have the same record at this point.
Yeah. The Dolphins have really turned some things around, too. They're starting to look a little bit better.
Dolphins never say die. What is it? They won, what, 4 in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah. Winners of 4 in a row. I mean, granted, they beat the Bills, but then they played the Commanders, Saints, and Jets. So not exactly a murder's row there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, to be fair, when you say ugly games and fresh on your mind, you mean our Monday night game against the Eagles. That game was drunk.
The Mike Wazowski and Sully game?
Dude, it was an absolute shit show of a game.
Dude, yeah, and Justin Herbert's a dick.
No, dude, he's out there fucking playing with a broken hand, playing with a line that is awful. This offensive line is awful.
Dick, dude. Just totally dissing Laura Rutledge like that.
I don't even know why you're talking about Laura Rutledge when we can't even fucking block. This team is awful.
Well, he couldn't block her either. He had no protection against Laura Rutledge.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was just like fucking Bozeman just letting Nakobe Dean up the middle all day.
Untouched.
Dude, Nakobe Dean was showing that he was blitzing up the A-gap, and it was just like, let him right through every time.
I don't know
I couldn't believe it.
I don't know how he avoided that sack where he just flew up the A-gap untouched.
Oh, my God.
And I was just like, maybe break down a little bit, bud. Like
it pays to be fucking 240 pounds and 6'6" sometimes.
Yeah, that was there was a few examples this week of where I just saw absolute piss poor tackling. There was a touchdown in the Vikings Commanders game. I think it was their last touchdown of the day where JD McCarthy dumped it off to Hawkinson, I believe, in the flats.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I saw that.
There was 3 Commanders players that came to make the tackle.
All flung off of him.
And one of the Commanders players got hurt. Like, oh, God. I was just like, that is one of the worst defensive plays, gang tackling group play. Like, they all rallied. They were all there. And not one of them could
take him down.
I was shocked. I was just like, dear Christ.
Yeah, it was not good, man.
And as someone who had to start the Commanders defense this week because of the Patriots bye week, I was, we still got the win in fantasy. We ended the season on a strong note, but yeah, it was. I was not too happy with that display.
Yeah, I lost that last week of fantasy, so I roll in as a 2 seed.
I feel so bad for you, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, you poor guy.
You should play fucking Cam.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that you lost 4 games in a row when you started 4-5 and had like a 70% chance to make the playoffs, and then you miss it. Dude, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I had a pretty good season, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, whatever.
Still going.
Well, hey, technically I'm still going too. I'm trying to get myself a consolation bracket dub. I'm trying to beat Josh and Smitty and Tyler. Fuck those guys, dude. We're going for it.
Oh, the consolation bracket, baby.
Yeah, it's like that consolation bracket in Oregon high school playoffs. They have the 1 versus 16.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The 17 versus 32 bracket. I'm trying to win the 17 versus
so
32.
Ridiculous.
No. And just when I'm ready to stick a fork in my Cowboys and say that they're done, the Eagles, you guys took care of business on Monday night. And I'm like, that division's still wide open.
Yeah, I mean it is definitely still open here.
Hey, you gotta help us out though here in a couple weeks. We gotta take care of the Vikings, and then Justin's got to maybe take a week off. You know, I think that the hand at that point is going to be too much pain to bear that he's going to have to sit that one out.
I mean, we're in such a like weird position in the AFC that it's so close that every game matters. Every game is huge, and I mean, who knows what you're going to get from us week to week? Honestly,
You'll be fine. You'll make the playoffs.
I mean, I hope.
You will.
I hope, but I also think at the same time, our team can be absolute trash. Like,
it's true.
I mean, if our offensive line's not the worst in the league, it's got to be up there.
I mean, it's not worse than the Raiders. I mean,
yeah, I mean, we're the amount of sacks and pressures we give up in a game is got to be up there for one of the worst. We also are playing without a lot of our starting linemen always, so that's not cool.
Yeah, injury bugs got you. That's for sure. By the way, the Raiders, just to kind of prove my point, at least you guys can run the ball. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th in the league in rushing. The Raiders are dead last. Letting how do I say this? Running for 72.7 yards per game.
Oh man.
And that is just to articulate how bad that is 12 yards worse than the next team.
Yeah, that's really bad.
The Titans run the ball for 84.9 yards per game.
Yeah,
and the Raiders are 72.7.
Yeah, the Raiders also have Ashton Genty, which is crazy.
But they don't have an offensive line. I thought it was a couple weeks ago they were showing some graphics on one of the Raiders games. And it was basically like how many yards before contact, like how far can he get before someone, and it was like last in the league at like 1.2 yards before contact or something. Ugh. So it's just he's getting just mauled, immediately touched.
The Chargers did just get back Amari and Hampton this week, so that should ramp up and be a little bit better, I think, in the weeks to come.
That Vidal guy hasn't been too bad for you guys, though.
I know he is. He's a little small, quick guy.
But yeah, I would say that my Cowboys definitely still alive for the division. I have to ask myself and look myself deep inside and look myself in the mirror. Do I root for an Eagles loss more than a Cowboys win these days? Like, I think I get more satisfaction watching the Eagles lose and seeing my Cowboys win.
Ooh,
I know that's almost, I don't know if that's a healthy way to live, but I'm fine.
You're sounding like me and the Chiefs.
I mean, dude, Monday night, that was borderline pornographic. Seeing Jalen Hurts throw 4 picks, including a game-losing interception, and turning the ball over twice in one play.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, again, that's going in the spank bank.
Oh God.
It's just when I don't have service, no internet, and I can't open up the incognito tab. I just got to think of that right there.
Yeah. Another team that has been good hasn't been getting enough praise. They did just lose, but the Bears have looked really good. Ben Johnson the last few weeks. I know the Packers just beat them.
Tough loss.
But the Bears have been good.
Seahawks, absolutely. I mean, that second half, just, my God, they opened up with the kickoff return to start the second half and then just absolutely ran away with it, scoring, 32 points in the second half.
That defense has been nasty back-to-back weeks.
It's been nasty for a few weeks now. Basically, since I want to say since that Buccaneers game, they've pinned their ears back. I mean, they have given up over 20 points only twice since that Buccaneers game. They gave up 22 to the Cardinals, and they won 44-22. And then they gave up inexplicably 24 points to the Titans a few weeks ago.
Oof. Yeah.
And also, I mean, I'll double check. I don't know if there was any defensive touchdowns for those teams. I would highly doubt it, but I mean, yeah, one of them, the Titans scored on a punt return touchdown. So obviously that doesn't go against the Seahawks defense. And then the Cardinals, oh my God, that's right. That was that DeMarcus Lawrence game where he had 2 touchdowns.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. The Seahawks are 10-3 and the Rams are 10-3.
It's a good division, man.
Yeah, same division. Just like,
yeah, Jonathan Gannon's getting fucking fired, by the way. It's like 3rd year for him, and they're still this bad, and the rest of the division is just crushing it. And it's like, all right, dude, just
are they getting rid of Kyler Murray?
I mean, he strikes me as a guy that as soon as the Cardinals let him go and a team is like, yeah, we're not going to make you a starter. Like, you can be a backup. He's going to be like, all right, I'm going to go play baseball. Like, he will not, like, I could totally see him just quitting football in general after he's not a starter anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
he does not strike me. He does not strike me as the I'll take a backup role and, you know, help the starter prepare, and I will prepare just in case if my number's called. He does not really strike me as that kind of player.
No. I mean, he's got to be able to go somewhere, though. Someone should be able to use him.
We'll see.
Right?
I mean,
like, even if the Browns took a flyer on him.
The Saints, maybe.
Yeah, even though Tyler Shuck, watch out.
The Falcons.
Yeah, I mean,
and then they could have the silliest quarterback room of all time with Penix, Kirk Cousins, and Kyler Murray.
Well, that would be a shit show. I don't know.
The Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, either that or Fernando Mendoza. Which one do you want?
Oh, Heisman Mendoza.
Oh God. All right. I think it's time for some salmon.
Yeah.
Some zucchini and yellow. You don't. Oh yeah, you don't like fish. Yeah, that was determined at Langdon Farms.
Yeah, we know this.
I can't believe you took the bait on Josh and the mac and cheese.
No, I didn't. I didn't believe him. I just had to do it because I know Josh was not going to stop it. He wasn't going to stop the bit until I proved the bit wrong. And that's how it goes with him. I knew that they definitely did, and he was just going to keep denying it until I asked right in front of him.
I will say the garlic bread was a good move by you too.
Yeah. It was solid. It was solid. Yeah.
The chicken slider, I think, you know, I was a little too hyped up for that happy hour menu, and I don't feel like it delivered.
Yeah, definitely didn't. I was a little sad for your chicken sliders too. They didn't look that.
Yeah, those were not gourmet. Those were not Michelin 3-star, Michelin 1-star chicken sliders by any means.
Yeah, it's not what you're looking for after 4 hours of playing golf, you know?
Well, when you tell me it's a fried chicken slider, like that was fresh off the Cisco truck, man. Like
that was warmed up in the microwave.
That was not hand breaded. That was not, you know, Panko. I mean, that was, you know, shout out to Langdon. Love him, you know, love him to death. But come on, guys. Like,
yeah, that wasn't like what the meal you needed after playing like your best round ever.
No, but it checked the box. Those onion rings and the chicken sliders, you know, they went in. It wasn't flashy, but they got the W. All right, they got the.
Sometimes that's all you need.
That's all you need. Yeah. All right. Well, time to sizzle up some salmon, some potatoes.
All right. We'll be talking.
Maybe go baked potato.
Ooh, all right. I could do baked potato. I like that.
Yeah, it's easy. Pop those bitches in the microwave for 7 minutes and we're good to go.
Okay.
All right. Well, yes, we will definitely connect to break down Army Navy next week for an hour.
Yes.
And we'll have more clarification on this silly NFL season. That's for sure.
Yes, we will indeed.
All right. Wish the boy luck at the Capital City Showcase this weekend. Newburgh's got some early Saturday morning games that they're going to have to show up ready for.
At least you don't have to wait around all day, though.
Oh my, that's true. 8 a.m., 10:30, bam, get them knocked out right away.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
But they're
yeah,
gonna have
brother.
to show up for the 8 a.m. game where McNary is gonna make them pay.
Oh God. The Celtics. Where are they? The Celtics or
Yeah, the Celtics. You got it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You got the McNary Celtics and then the Cascade Cougars.
Ooh.
They played that Cougars team last year and they fell short. So you know, we'll see.
They got them this year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, brother. I will catch you over the next couple days. I'm sure we'll talk, text, something like that. But until next time.